Etsy cut off the email AI integrations for any of these third-party tools. And the two that I'm aware of right now was Aweber and Everbee. And anyone else that's using the API to collect email customer data from Etsy, no more. It was finalized beginning of February, and it is no longer. So all of those services no longer have API to pull an email address. Now they still have API to where they can get other information. Etsy's cool with that, but they're just blocking the email address. So what does this mean? We no longer can use email? We no longer can build an email list from our customers? No, we actually can. There's actually ways that we can do it. And actually, Everbee email, man, they've taken the bull by the horns and they are creating amazing things that we're able to use to help us build our email list. So what I want to do here real quick is I want to cover some of these and some of the things that we can do. Recently, just to show you the power in email is, well, Valentine's Day, the time of recording this, is approaching. And I decided to send an email out to our list, our email list that we've built, and we've built it multiple ways. And I'll go over that here in a second. I'll give you a couple of strategies. I sent out that email literally last minute. Now I've written emails for a while. I wasn't great in school, but I got by, and I created a little mini template for myself to where I was like, you know what? I'm just going to write this email. I'm going to follow the same template that I've always kind of used, and I'm going to push it out and see what happens. The cool thing is doing this through Everbee email, I can track everything. I can see how many opens I had. I can see how many clicks I had. And I can see, most importantly, how many sales I had. And well, that one email had 50% open rate, basically 50% of that list. And the list was about 4,000 people. So about 2,000 people opened it. Okay, which is cool. And then I believe I had just about 300 clicks. And from there, we generated $428. And I believe it was like 7 cents from one email. Okay, so do I care that not everyone bought? No. What do I care about the most? We made an extra $400 for me sitting down and writing an email in under 10 minutes. It's totally possible still to use email, and you should be using email. And actually, if you think about it, Etsy wants us to drive our own traffic. Why? Well, because they have now that share and save feature built in that they rolled out. So those $400 in sales, we paid less fees. They gave us a break. I think it's like 4%. They're still wanting us to drive our own traffic. They still want us to use email marketing. They just don't want to let the third-party apps use the API to get emails, and they really don't want us using the email unless we've got permission. The big question is, how do we get permission? I'm going to give you a few ways. The very first thing that you're going to want to do is you want to come up with, like, why would someone want to put their name and email address in for your shop? Now, first off, I'm a big fan of building a brand around a niche. So if you're not doing that, it's going to be a little bit harder for people to want to even do that, right? If you think about it, if you go to Dick's Sporting Goods and they sell all sporting stuff, right? If they said, hey, do you want to join our VIP list where every month we give, special discounts, 10%, 20%, 30%, and we, do some giveaways. Would you want to be part of that? Sure, sign me up, right? Because I shop there. But if I was to go into a store that was more like a Walmart and they said, hey, we got this VIP thing, you might do it because it's kind of random, but it's not as focused, right? It's not the same type of customer, right? They're all over the place. I wouldn't be able to send them something out for a TV because they shopped in the TV section, right? Or someone that was in the pregnancy, the maternity section, right? So it's more broken, right, in different categories. So for me, that needs to be in place in order to really be successful at doing this. Now, with that out of the way, how do we do this? Well, inside of Everbee email, and by the way, if you want to try Everbee email, I definitely encourage you to. You can get 1 month free if you go through my link, emailforshops.com. Again, that's emailforshops.com. Yes, that's a shameless plug. I'm a big fan, but I use it all the time. So if you want a free month, just go there. You'll buy one, get one free, I believe is what it is right now. All right. So you go in there and you create what they call a landing page. Okay. This is a sign up page. And what you're going to do is you're going to put in there that you want them to join your VIP list, where you're going to do monthly giveaways, you're going to do special discounts, you're going to do special launch prices, things like that, right? To encourage them. You're going to build that page. Very easy. It takes you less than 10 minutes. Then there's a thank you page on it that gives them the discount code that you're going to basically offer them. You're going to say, hey, sign up today and get 20% off. And then you're going to go to a thank you page, which is going to have the coupon code that you're going to assign. And it's going to take them directly right to your shop. So that's the first way that you can do this. So now where would you put this? Well, you can put it in an image, one of your image slots. You could have on there a nice image that basically says, join our private VIP club and get everything I just stated. Now, the cool thing is Everbee now has a built-in QR code. So now you can basically create that QR code that's going to directly get linked to your landing page. Huge. It's a major, major thing now. All right. And they're building right now. It's not fully launched yet, but they are going to integrate it with your images. So you can create an image and then import it or kind of upload it to that listing right from inside Everbee email. Now, right now, they did create a photo editor where you can build all this stuff, put the QR code there and everything, and then you can export it and then import it. So really cool. You don't even have to go to Canva or anything like that. So that's the other way that we're going to do this. So now where else could we put it? We could put it in our announcement. So in your announcement, which by the way, inside of Everbee email, they have a new feature in there where you can update your announcement right on the fly and do it right inside Everbee email. And then boom, it pushes right to. But even if you're not using Everbee email, you can put your link right there, okay? And say, hey, join our VIP list and get 20% off your first order, right? So we're encouraging them to opt in to our email list, right? That's in the email marketing world. It's called opting in. They're giving you permission to send them emails. And Etsy doesn't have a problem with this. They want you to build an email list of people, but they want you to get their permission. So now the other way that we can do this is we can, in our message that we can send out to all of our customers. So inside of your dashboard, you can go into your messages and you can pre-write a message that welcomes your new customer and lets them know that you're processing their order. You're a small business. Thank you so much. Tell them a little bit about yourself. And then you can say, oh, by the way, I'd love to invite you to our VIP club. Here's the link, or here's the QR code. And you can drop it right in there. So these are all multiple ways that we can do this internally in Etsy. Now think about this. If you're driving people from an Etsy ad and they get into your listing and they look through your photos, guess what? They might see that and join your list. Now you spent money on that click. They might not have bought right now, but guess what? If they join your list, you can sell them tomorrow or a month from now or a year from now, just like I did with the email list that we have and sending one email and making over $400 in sales. Yes, they did cut off the API for these third-party email tools. Yes, they don't want us to use emails unless we've gotten permission from our customers. Yes, that's all true. But listen, we can still use email, and you should be using email. So if you are not, I recommend that you do. If you want to try Everbee and get a free month, head on over to email4shops.com and you can try it. But I'm a big fan of email. It ain't going anywhere. And if you do, you're going to also stand above your competition because I guarantee they're not doing this stuff. So definitely get on the email train.